you mentioned trust. Now, are the operating practices of these institutions desirable? And I ask that because last year I read that Harvard faced a lawsuit for racial discrimination against Asian Americans. Basically, they were putting a cap on the numbers that they admitted onto campus, irrespective of merit. So it feels like they were just penalizing Asians for being extra hardworking, which is not very meritocratic.
It's remarkable, isn't it? The reputation globally is that they are a meritocracy, that they produce the most qualified, most capable of students. And yet the policies and practices seem to indicate something different, don't they? And this is not an isolated incident. You've mentioned one lawsuit here in the United Kingdom. Many of your watchers hopefully will have come across what happened to Rashmi Samant at Oxford. The overt discrimination, the hate that was directed towards her just for being a Hindu. And it's not too different to the criticism, the hate, the denigration that Hindu students are suffering and experiencing in the Ivy Leagues. And what you've mentioned is outright discrimination. It's a denial of appreciation for ability, for merit, a recognition of the hard work that Indian and Asian students generally put in. Fancy being discriminated against for working too hard. And if you look at that approach, imagine it being transplanted into Bharat, into India. Would they be operating similar social manipulation exercises? It would be really good to know what their position on caste is. Would they be imposing caste quotas and, approaching shall we say, India's societal issues that India is now working and to recover from? Would they be actually dabbling and exacerbating those fault lines? Very, very valid concerns. If you broaden out our experience of Yale, Oxford, and places like that, I seem to recall that in 2021, Singapore closed down Yale University. And I think they raised concerns about foreign influences operating in those universities. They even expelled an academic who was causing societal, shall we say, conflicts. So it's not without our concerns are not without justification. We have to really wonder about these things. And one of the other things which is of great concern is that Harvard's relationship with China is an interesting one, because they have a very deep and long-standing relationship and a huge amount of money and a longer running relationship of sharing knowledge and building institutions and libraries, etc. Never criticizing the CCP for any of its actions, although it regularly publishes reports to criticize Bharat. Bharat is having a civilizational war with China at this moment in time. Would Harvard respect that? Or would it interfere? Would it start to try and manipulate policies that the Indian government wanted to instill, wanted to implement? Very, very valid concerns. So yes, well spotted. There is a civilizational aspect to this, and the colonialist aspect is very, very much real, present, and of a concern.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.